Hey everybody, welcome back to Building SouthLake, episode number 41. So today, before we get started like usual, we're going to head over to the stadium and do our subscriber of the week. So I forgot how many subscribers we're at now. I mean, I know how many I have on my channel, but I'm talking about like in the actual dugouts themselves. Because it's almost time for me to start working on the other dugout because that one isn't even done. So I'm going to have to get working on that here pretty soon. So, boop boop boop. So basically today our subscriber, we're going to put it right here, is Nathan. So we're going to type it in correctly and exactly how he has it. So Nathan space and then Frett, F-R-E-T-T. Well, Nathan Frett, hopefully I said your last name right, bud. Thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. So now we can go get started on the actual episode. So basically today, you're going to see some new things that have popped up since the last part. Maybe the last two parts, really. Because the last part was a tour. And basically, I added two new buildings. One's finished, but the other's not. And that's the one we're going to be working on today. And I really like, because before I even show it to you guys, I asked a couple parts ago, like, what building should I put here in these two spaces? And I saw a lot of good comments. A lot of people said, like, a park, things like that. But I did find a good design for both of them. So, so here's this one right in the corner, and I don't know, I really love how this one turned out. It turned out a lot better than I thought it would. At first, it was pretty tricky, mainly because of trying to figure out if I wanted to go this way with the road, or how I wanted to do it. But I decided to go with this way, and it turned out really, really nice in my opinion. And if we even go right here, it's curved on the back as well. And I just love how the stained glass really makes it look with the black wool. Especially with the birch fences, I believe. And it just really looks really cool in my opinion. It's also very different from all the other buildings I've done. Especially with the shape, just because of how much it curves. And also, this apartment complex, which we worked on in episode 39, is basically done on the outside, besides a couple minor things here and there. But yeah, it's pretty close to being done. I still have to add the balconies, things like that. And I still have to add the roof, which is halfway done. I was too lazy to finish the rest. But yeah, so those things have popped up. That's really all that's new. There is one more thing, which I guess I could fly over there real quick. Oh yeah, there's also this building which I started. And I really like how this one looks. I'm just not sure if I want to add a skyscraper on top of it yet, or keep it the same height that it is. You guys should let me know in the comments. I really just have a lot of stuff to show you guys, really. I've been working really hard on the city lately, so that's why I'm kind of showing you guys all of this. Because I've done quite a bit off camera since the last two parts. And basically the only thing I added over here, it's not a building or anything, but it's the stained glass right here. I got this idea from Huntington, which you guys know I go on that server quite a bit for the vision. And basically I just kind of made my own little barrier here to kind of add more color to the actual city itself. And I don't know, it actually does quite a bit for the highway. I just love how it looks. It uses blue and cyan glass, and I just love how it looks. It looks fantastic in my opinion. So maybe you guys will think different, but hopefully you guys like it as well. So let's fly all the way back over here, and we're going to get working on that building. And the building that we're working on today is actually one I just started today, actually. I spent a couple hours, I won't say a couple, maybe like an hour, trying to figure out a good design for the building. Mainly the foundation is what I love right now. And just how it actually looks, it's very different from all the other, foundations around. I just love how it kind of flows. I love how the cobblestone walls right here just really kind of separate it from everything else. It's just a very unique looking building. Now, it's going to be difficult when we get to this curved part right here, because this was the one part that kind of gave me a little bit of trouble. So that's why it might look a little bit off. But, you know what? We made it work. So, we need brick. We need quartz stairs, and we need blue stained glass. I think I talked about it a little bit last part about title update 25 and how I was a little disappointed with just how lightly colored the actual glass itself was. It's not like it's a big deal. It was just something that I kind of noticed. I kind of noticed myself, but it's not like it's a deal breaker for the update. I just wish the glass was a little bit darker. Because yes, when you're up close, you can kind of tell what it is. Like, this is blue. But if I scoot all the way back over here, it's kind of hard to tell, like, what color it is, And that's just something I noticed. And it could vary on every texture pack, so kind of keep that in mind as well. So I'm not sure if every texture pack is different. So, So basically, there's a couple things I want to talk about today that really I wouldn't usually talk about when it comes to my videos. But I was reading a lot of headlines on Facebook, and not really Facebook, but on YouTube really. It's about PewDiePie, which I already know you guys know of him. You know, who doesn't at this point. But basically today, everybody was talking about, how much he's made over the past 5 years he's been doing YouTube. And apparently last year he made $7 million, which does sound like a lot. But then I heard somebody else kind of put it into perspective, and they said, you know what, it is a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but at the same time, it's really not for one of the world's biggest entertainers. And I never thought about it that way, but when you do think about it that way, it really does make a lot of sense. So a lot of these big actors who do movies, things like that, they make hundreds of millions, like $100 million a year, But PewDiePie, who has 33 million subscribers, or how many? I forgot how many he has. I think I said 33 million. I don't think that's right. Maybe it is. I can't remember. I know he has I don't know. Yeah, 33 million I think is actually what it is. Sorry, I'm going off on a tangent there. But yeah, he's one of the world's biggest entertainers if you think about it, and he's only making $7 million a year. And again, that's still a lot of money, but if you kind of consider it compared to other actors and actresses, that's not really that much compared to them. And when I heard it put that way, it kind of made a lot of sense, Because yes, a lot of people think that it's not fair for YouTubers to make as much money as they do. Because as you guys know, ads pay YouTubers. That's just how it's been working for the past however many years it's been going on. I mean, because I get paid doing that as well. And I don't make tons of money, I don't make $7 million. But it is enough to kind of have it for a job at the moment. And usually money is usually something that YouTubers really don't talk about too much. Unless it's brought up about them without them saying it, like what happened to PewDiePie. And so it's one of those things to where I feel like YouTubers don't really talk about how much money they make. I've had people ask me in the past like how much I've made over the past couple years. My answer is I always just don't talk about it because one, it's just like any other job. You don't really tell people how much you make. It's just one of those courtesy things that also most people won't ask in the first place. And I don't know, there's something about it to where I wouldn't want to ask that question to somebody because it's really none of my business. And so it kind of sucks to be PewDiePie to an extent that, he even said it, that, I made $7 million last year, yes, but I also raised $1 million for charity, and that made 0 headlines. And it just kind of shows like people don't really focus on the good things, really. I mean, that's just how the world is these days, which I understand. I mean, it sucks, but that's just how things go. But to an extent, I understand like where he's coming from. I don't really watch PewDiePie that much. I'm not a big fan of him, which a lot of you guys might be going, what? How are you not a big fan of PewDiePie? I'm just not. I never really got into watching his channel. It was just something I didn't do. But I respect the guy for what he's done. And if you think about it, yes, a lot of people are jealous with how much he makes, because people are always going to be jealous with how much somebody else makes if it's more than them, especially when they just play video games. I think that's what people really, they really don't understand how that works is, how do you play video games and make that much money? Because really, it is a career, and I think a lot of people think it is a really easy job, which it is easier compared to some other jobs. I'm not going to, put that out there. But at the same time, it's also more time consuming than you would think. Because, I try to put out 7 videos a week. And that's usually, I try to put out 7 videos a week, if not maybe 6 at max. And so you really got to think how much time are you really putting into it to really make sure you get everything correct. You're spending the time with your audience that you should be. I messed up. And so it's really hard. You don't have an agent unless you're extremely rich. You don't hire an agent to take care of everything for you. It's all you. And really, YouTube videos take a lot of time to make, especially ones with gameplay videos to where you actually edit them. Editing can take between 2 to 3 hours alone on one video, if not longer. And I just feel like a lot of people don't understand that, which really sucks for, YouTubers sometimes because people think their job is just so easy, which again, it can be to an extent compared to other jobs like a firefighter, things like that, because they work their asses off and they risk their lives for us. And yes, they don't make as much as some other people, but that's just how life is. We can't really change that at the moment. And I mean, you can ask my girlfriend with how much time I put into recording, doing things like that. I've skipped dates with I haven't skipped, but I've canceled dates with her before, mainly because I have to record. Sometimes I don't even go out on Friday nights because I'm busy recording for you guys. You know, it's just one of those jobs where it is pretty easy to an extent, but at the same time, it is more time consuming. And it's one of those things to where I don't even really talk about it with my friends. A lot of my friends don't even know that I do this. It's mainly because I don't want to come off as bragging to one. I don't feel like it's right to say like I have a job that most people want, you know. It's like a dream job for most people, which I understand that, and that's why I don't really bring it up around other people and company, just because I feel like I'm bragging. I don't like bragging. It's also another reason why I don't call you guys I call you guys subscribers, not fans. For some reason, like, I like the word fans, but at the same time, I don't. I feel like it has a negative connotation to it, to an extent. I don't know. It's weird. It's really weird for me to explain it. It's just one of those things to where I don't like calling you guys fans. I just like calling you guys subscribers or friends, maybe, just because it has a different connotation to it. And it just feels really weird to me saying, like, I have fans. I don't know why. It's just one of those weird things that I've always kind of felt self-conscious about, if you want to put it that way. So, I mean, I definitely love this job. I mean, I think in one comment show, somebody asked, like, do you enjoy doing YouTube and doing things like that? And the answer to that is yes. And I just love it. It's a job that, I mean, I got very lucky to get thanks to you guys. And it's just one of those things where I'm very fortunate that my channel did grow, because I know it does not happen like that for everybody. And also, a lot of people, when you do tell them about like what you do, a lot of people, like some of my friends who do know about my channel, when I first told them, they were like, oh, you can make money doing that? Maybe I should do it. Like, nobody has like an understanding, if they've never done it before, with how much time goes into it and how hard it really is to grow. Because growing is actually really, really hard sometimes. And that's probably the hard part. I mean, because you also have to think, YouTube is such a big thing now. Gaming is such a big thing now as well, to where there's always so much, you know, gaming content out there. How do you try to make your content different from every other, you know, YouTuber out there who's trying to grow just like you? And that's the hard part, is trying to find something new that you bring to the table. And these days, it's really hard to do that because everything is really kind of, it feels like everything's already been done. Which it hasn't, it just feels that way until you find that one thing that nobody else has done. Because really, all it takes is one video for you to actually kind of get going and get people to recognize you. Because that's what happened to me. And one of my videos has 4 million views. And that's a lot of views, especially, you know, I'm really grateful for how many views that video has. And in my opinion, that video really got my channel up and going. And I messed up here. Whoops. Oh, crap. And I need to get rid of this one. Because what? This one needs to be 2. So it needs to be over 1 more block. Or 2 more blocks. So, I'm not like trying to go on a rant about like, I'm not trying to brag to you guys about my job or things like that. Because I don't, like I said, I don't like bragging. I'm just not one of those people. You know, there are some YouTubers who will brag about, you know, how much money they make and do things like that. But I feel like the majority of YouTubers, they don't really look at it that way. It's just one of those things that I did notice. Okay, guys, we are back. Yeah, so, like I said, I was talking about a couple of different things when it comes to YouTubers. But you really have to remember that I feel like most YouTubers don't really brag about what they do. And that's just something I've noticed. If you ask a lot of YouTubers, they're probably not going to tell you how much they make. Did I mess up again? What is going on with me right now? I've not messed up this much. I'm just not focusing, I guess. But it's just one of those things to where I feel like most YouTubers, they do realize how lucky they are. And they don't go out and spend their money when they do have it, really. They kind of hold it back. You don't really see too many YouTubers going out and buying millions of dollars of clothes and different things like that. And it's just one of those things that you gotta kind of respect a little bit. Did I finally get it right? I think I did. Finally. Whew. I've never messed up that much when it came to building. I don't know why I messed up that much, but I did. Boop, boop, boop. Also, the Xbox has really been acting weird lately. Like, I'm not sure if it's because I'm part of the preview thing, but it's just, I don't know, for some reason the Xbox has been kind of acting up. Maybe it's my internet as well. My internet's been pretty crap lately. Then this one needs to be 2. I must messed up again. Can you believe that? Again! What's going on with me? You guys should, like, tell me what I'm doing wrong. It's ridiculous. It's redonkulous, really. So then we had 1, so this one needs to be here. And we got it all figured out. Hopefully this time. Okay. And then we put our cobblestone walls in here. If you guys actually want to make this building, it's actually so easy. It's basically just using brick, stone, and cobblestone walls. That's really all it uses. Also quartz, because we haven't actually done the windows yet. But just look how easy this looks. It also looks really good. So if you guys really want to know how to make this building, go straight ahead. It's so easy. It's just such a simple design. So after we get done adding these pillars, we'll probably call it quits for this part, guys. So I think we've talked about a lot of good stuff. You know, a lot of stuff I usually don't talk about in my videos personally. Just because, again, I don't really like talking about that kind of stuff. And I think we got all the pillars done. Yeah, so bye-bye, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. I will see you guys next week. Also, come back to my channel tomorrow for more videos. So, bye-bye, guys. Thank you very much for watching. It is greatly appreciated. So, bye-bye.